This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and also, that's it. Make sure you also subscribe to my IG, Jordan Tower News. Make sure you resubscribe and do the notifications on this channel. And one last thing, the channel at the bottom of my description, I'm turning that into a financial channel. So make sure you subscribe to that so you can start getting that. I'm going to start dropping those after Christmas. Me and my brother are going to be working on that. He's in finance. I understand some finance, but he's really good at it. And we'll be giving you tips on different things and just discussing things that are interesting. You know, like Apple might be making electric cars. We're going to talk about businesses that work and don't work. It's going to be almost like a podcast. And it will be interesting. And also we'll talk about credit and all that kinds of stuff and the process of buying a house and that kind of stuff. You know, that's good stuff that we need to know, that I've been through these things. My brother's been through these things. I fixed my credit before, and that stuff is important. So right now it says something else on the channel. Don't worry. I'm going to revamp it tomorrow and the next day, and it will be a financial channel. Anyways, guys, let's get right into the news. We got King Von and Lil Durk drop a song tonight. It's called Still Trappin', produced by Young Berg, aka Hitmaker, and wow, really shows how much better King Von was than Lil Durk. No shade, I'm just saying, like, I feel like King Von was going to be a real star. Like, I was starting to get into his music too right before he was really starting to like make noise, and that was unfortunate, but make sure you go check that out. Then Casanova dropped a song with Snoop Dogg. All they did was redo Deep Cover once again. I mean, people redo that record a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. Of course, Snoop Dogg is Snoop, and it's always going to be fire with Snoop, right? Like, Snoop is Snoop. As far as Casanova and the filming of it, they tried to do like a little movie that was pretty trash. You know why it's trash? Because with all the cameras and everything we have today, even for the past 10 years, there's no reason it should have looked the way it did. It was edited really bad. It wasn't good. Okay, no shade to Snoop, because Snoop is a legend. Okay, but you know, Casanova's dropping the ball. You know, I get what he's doing. He's trying to stay relevant out here, but you know, he has a big case. I don't know. He's in a lot of trouble. So is G Herbo. These guys got themselves into a mix. We're going to see more of this stuff. I think a lot of people got into the type of stuff G Herbo was in with the whole loans and stuff they were doing recently. And we're going to start seeing more of that over the next year. And it's not good to play with your life like that. For a small financial gain isn't worth sacrificing that much time. Boosie begs people for help with his insulin. Go to his Instagram page if you can help him out. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't just go to his doctor, though. You know? I mean, I don't know if it's legal to even give him stuff like that. So honestly, he just needs to go to a doctor. I don't get what Boosie's doing. Like, just go to your doctor, my G. Maybe I don't know. Maybe there's a shortage. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, then we got this is crazy. So we reported this a little bit earlier. I didn't realize how much. So Dr. Dre basically shut his ex-wife down. Okay, she wanted $2 million a month. It's been exposed that she really only uses about $250,000 a month, and Dre is being I mean, he has to, but he's continuing to pay her bills. Don't think he's being a good guy. You have to do that. It's court ordered. Okay, I only know because my mom went through a divorce. It's like, she spends about $300K a month. So I assume that she'll get about $500,000 a month from him. One of the homes, you know, like, I know that the way he got her is they did sign a prenup, and that is in court. She's trying to go around the prenup. Now I'm thinking he got caught cheating or something, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like, she is scorned. She is mad. And you know what? She might have a right to be. We don't know the full story, right? But basically, He kept all the property and everything separate, but that's the mother of his children. He's not going to leave her high and dry. I mean, nobody would. He has too much money to do that. How much money can you spend in your lifetime? You know, he could definitely keep her super comfortable and take care of her. Obviously, she wants more right now because she's mad, right? But honestly, they're going to end up, like, she'll end up getting $500,000 a month, plus she'll have a house, cars, you know, she'll be fine, you know. But I do understand a woman doing that. Like, my mom went through that, you know, when the guy controls all the finances and you're left high and dry, you know, 25, 30 years later after being with somebody, you know, a panic sets in, you know. She was going a little too much. You know, she wanted like $2 million a month. She wanted half the money and $2 million a month. She wants to drain them. That's unnecessary, you know. I think she'll end up with a good amount of money, probably $10 million, you know, probably $500,000 a month. You know, she'll be, if she has $10 million in the bank and she's getting $500,000 a month in a house that's paid for, and cars that are paid for, couldn't ask for much more than that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's paradise. But they do have this thing where, like, you got to maintain the same lifestyle. That's crazy. There's a legal document. These legal documents get real funny style. That's why you always got to, like, question. I would only get married to somebody if I had a kid with that person. That's the only kind of reason to get married, I think. That's just my opinion. I know some of you guys believe in marriage. Maybe I'm tainted from my parents separating and some of my friends and seeing what they go through. I'm sure there's plenty of happy relationships too. Don't downplay the whole thing, but definitely make sure you're making the right move and you guys are 100% compatible. Next up, we got Jay-Z. Okay, so he was hanging out with Jack Dorsey, who is the head of Twitter and the head of Cash App. Cash App, for some reason, is rumored to be interested in buying Tidal. Now, what we saw was Sprint invested $200 million in Tidal just a few years ago when he dropped 444. Jay-Z always, probably for the past 15 to 17 years, he's done deals with big companies to make sure that his albums go guaranteed to go platinum. Remember, he did the Samsung deal, came on the Samsung. He did the deal with Sprint. That's how he did the Tidal thing, and made sure his album sold $1 million. He did a deal with a liquor company before. He did a deal with a car company before. He's smart. It's smart. It's not. It's just playing the game, you know, and that's all he's doing. He's playing the game. And he's playing it right, just like Floyd Mayweather plays the game right. So Square Inc. hasn't really talked about it. Jay-Z acquired this for $56 million. Sprint bought $200 million at 33% at $200 million. But, you know, a company like this is just not making a lot of money. I mean, I don't care how much money they make. If it says they make $50 million a year or whatever, it costs a lot of money to run these companies. I mean, Spotify just went cash positive a few years ago, you know, like there's a big threshold you have to cross. Most of these tech companies you see don't make money. They make money, but they don't make a profit. And so they're always bleeding money. They always need more money. And Tidal, think about all the bandwidth it needs and everything to stream. So it needs an influx of cash probably pretty soon. For some reason, Square would be interested in buying it. I don't know why. But, you know, they might have a vision for it. Square is like probably top 5 in fintech, which is, you know, digital currencies like Zelle. You got PayPal, you got Square. I think PayPal is still number 1. Stripe. It's in there. It's in the mix with those. It's not the biggest. You could say Cash App, but Cash App doesn't make it. They don't charge anything for transfers. It's really kind of like a Zelle situation where it's used to promote the other products you have. It's an interesting space. I'm interested to see what Square's move is with this. Maybe they're going to just buy in and not buy the whole thing. Maybe they'll buy in and for another 33% at a higher evaluation, which will make the company worth more. Because when Sprint bought in at $200 million, that made the company valued at about $600 million. You know, because they bought in at around 33%. So just times 3. It's funny. You remember that big announcement they did with Tidal? And like all these artists were there and they all owned the piece, but they don't anymore. Isn't that weird? They don't even promote it. It's very weird. I gotta say, Tidal is odd. It's an odd company, so we'll see. I mean, it was a good concept. I just don't think there was a lot of follow through, and it's not Jay-Z's fault. It takes a whole bunch of people to buy into it. I think they went the wrong route with it. I would have gone more of a content route where it's like visual content and everything and made it a place to go. I wouldn't have just copied exactly what Spotify was doing. Spotify was doing. I would have done something a little different. I think they tried, but it just wasn't pushed right. It's hard. It's hard to do it properly. Like when I was doing WorldStar, it took a lot of work to make that the number one website. And what made that the number one website was my exclusive content. They were doing what everybody else was doing before. I came in and provided exclusive content. And that made it number one pretty fast. Because that's what other websites didn't have back in 2007 and 8 and 9. And, I benefited from it, and obviously they did too. They ended up selling it, I think, around 2012 or 13, Anyways, that's a whole nother story. But anyways, this is Jordan Tower JT News. I hope you guys have a great day today. It's Christmas, so just use this time to yourself, man. There's nothing really you can do today and tomorrow. But why don't you use this time to just think and spend time with family, read, just relax, Sometimes you just need to relax because, if you keep stressing about everything, sometimes you just got to, just do this for these 2 days. Look around and be thankful for things you have. Don't think about what's wrong and everything. I tend to do that myself, You always have to have goals, but those goals can stress you out a lot. I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna continue putting up content as I always do. I don't take any days off, but I'm gonna draw it back a little bit today and tomorrow. So I'll still do 3-4 videos, but I'm just gonna do what's going on, and I'm gonna use this time to think and spend time with family as well, just as you will. And I hope you guys tap in, take a break with me every once in a while, and tap in. I hope you guys have a relaxing 2 days here, and you just reflect. Maybe read, get some rest, work out a little bit, make just feel good, and then get back to it, on the 20th, 26th, 27th, 28th, right in there, everything's kind of this is that period in the year where just nothing goes on from now until, let's be honest, nothing really gets going until mid-January. But everybody goes back to work on the 2nd or 3rd, right in there. So, enjoy this time. I appreciate you guys. This is Jordan Tower JT News. And don't forget, I have that other channel in the description. Start subscribing to that. That's going to become a financial channel over the next few days. That's one thing I'm working on. It's going to say something else right now. It says my name on it, but it says something else. So work on that, and then also subscribe to my Instagram, Jordan Tower News, and also make sure you subscribe and get the notifications on for this channel. Redo it so you get the notifications. I know that's a lot to tell you, but I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.